Getting paid a premium without ever buying or selling a single share? Well, that's my retirement plan. Let me show you. Yo, what is going on, Premium Chasers? I hope you are having a God-blessed day. Today, every single person that comments down below is going to get my new ebook, which documents how the Ark Options Strategy is going to fit into my personal retirement income plan. So if you want that, drop a comment down below on today's video. I'll personally respond to you with it. And while you're down there, hit that like button and that subscribe button if I provide some value for you in today's video. But guys, today, we're going to be talking about my plan, at least, how I plan to actually make an active income in my retirement years without actually going to a traditional job or having a side hustle or a business, and without just, if let's say I have a couple $1 million, I'm just siphoning off a couple $100,000 a year, hoping, praying that I don't outlive my money. Because I don't know about you, I still got some time, but that stresses me out. I don't know. Is that weird? Can anybody let me know in the comments? Do they think like that sometimes? Is that healthy? I'm sure it's not healthy. I don't know why I think like that, guys. I think a piece of it is because my father lost everything in the 2008 crash. So, yeah, well, that's a whole story on itself. But, all right, listen, the boy's not going to rant. Let's talk about this today. We're going to use Nvidia, all right? Now, there's a couple other stocks that I like doing this on. We're going to use this Nvidia as our example because I want to show you guys this on a weekly or a bi-weekly basis. And this is like legit my plan during those retirement years to do this on. Now, I'll be doing this on a wide range of stocks. I'll show you guys some live examples that I have going right now with this because I believe having a solid foundation right out of the gate, even if we're only 30 years old, right? 30, 35 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, right? And you got time, hey, start learning this strategy, start implementing this strategy because as you're going to see, it fits into real life, doesn't take away from your work or your family or your faith, all right? So let's get into it. So Nvidia right here is down a little bit, at least at the time of recording this. And I'm going to quickly show you guys a quick little overview of this. I'm here on Robinhood, but you can use whatever brokerage you guys want to use. I personally like to use Fidelity, but I know most people on YouTube love to use Robinhood. And I think for beginners, even though I don't like it, it's still a really clean design and UI for beginners to kind of get their feet wet with things. All right. It really helps you not click the wrong thing. Okay. So we're going to go to the options chain. And we are not a degenerate options buyer. We are an options seller. Hit that juice button. Let's get it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to sell a put, and I'm going to go out about 7 days, or at least as close as I can get it. Listen, stay with me because some of you that are a little bit more advanced, like, Pete, I like doing weeklies, blah, blah, blah. Like, which exactly, like, what's the day? Guys, just get to whatever you think is going to work. Like, it doesn't have to be, it's not one of these things where it has to be 7 days. It has to be exactly on Friday. It has to, you guys, at least for me, I don't think that I don't think of it that way. Like if I'm here today and I'm like, you know what, I want to get into some puts that are expiring about a week on Nvidia. Okay, let me jump into them. Right? That's the way I think of it. If the setup is there, I'm going to do it, right? So I'm going to go to the 9 days from now. Now, right here, this is called an options chain. And all I'm saying here, fam, is I'm saying I'm willing to buy 100 shares of Nvidia on August 22nd. It's probably already past August 22nd when you watch this video. Apologies, guys. Listen, you're talking to past Pete right now. Usually I launch videos immediately after market, but guess what? I'm on vacation, enjoying myself. Actually, I'm going to need a vacation on my vacation because I got 3 kids with me right now, so please send prayers, right? So in all seriousness, guys, what I'm saying is I'm willing to buy 100 shares of Nvidia at the close on August 2nd for a price that I choose. At the time of me recording this video, Nvidia is trading at $180. All right, so what do we say? Let's just say for my sake of examples, I'm just gonna say, you know what, in 9 days, if it's at 170, I'm willing to buy it. Right now, I would collect $92 of premium from this. This is given to me upfront from an options buyer. Send them Christmas cards. Who wants to get in on some Christmas cards to these guys, right? So every options contract is 100 shares. That's the rules. That's just the way it is, right? So if I do one contract, that means I'm saying I'm willing to buy 100 shares, guys. Like, just listen, that's just the rules. That's the way it is. So if I put 10 here, yes, I collect more premium, but I'm also on the line to buy 1,000 shares, all right? So education is key. I cannot stress it enough. So $93 just about, and I am locking up $17,000. What, Pete? You're locking up $17,000 to collect $94? What on God's greenery? What are you doing, Pete? This is so crazy. I can put this in butthole coin. I can do this. I can listen. You do you. This is just, I'm just showing you guys what I like to do. Okay. That's what I like to do. All right. So I'm going to toss all this information into my cash secured put calculator. Everything here is free. Join us free in the Facebook group. I'm locking up $17,000. quickly, let's talk about the risks, because you got to know the risks. If you're going to do any strategy in your life, don't just jump into something blindly. You're going to lose money. All right. And obviously, all strategies have risk. Please, guys, I see these guys on YouTube saying 30% returns a month. Oh my gosh, let's go. 30%. Guys, if they were making 30% a month, guys, if they were do you understand these people would be having movies about them? Warren Buffett would be praising them. Literally, dude, they would be Bradley Cooper and Limitless, man. Like, guys, let's bring down our expectations. All right, can we all be logical? Would that be crazy for me to say? Would it be crazy for me to just say, hey, I want to have a logical, level-headed community of individuals that are all not just trying to get rich quick? This is not get rich quick. This is a strategy, just like everything in life that you want. Okay, so let's talk about the risks. Guys, we're going off. I told you, right? So 170. Okay, here are the risks. Let's say in 9 days, right? Nvidia is still trading at 180. Anything above 170, it's trading at 172. Your contract expires worthless. Your $17,000 that your brokerage locked up to buy those 100 shares at 170 is released back to you at the close. And guess what? The next morning, you wake up and you're like, who am I going to collect some juice from today? Right? And that's fantastic, right? Then you just move on, right? You don't have to buy the shares. You walk away with the premium that you collected up front. Anyway. Number 2, biggest risk right now, biggest risk, write her down or whatever you got to do it, stick it on a Post-it note. Let's say in 9 days at close, right? Nvidia is trading at 167, 165, anything below, right? Our strike price of 170, you are buying 100 shares of it at 170. So this is why I always say, do this on stocks that you don't mind holding, because guess what? We all get stuck holding stocks sometimes in this strategy. It just happened. We can look at all the technicals. We can look at all the fugazi that they tell us with all these paid software tools. But at the end of the day, no one knows what the market's going to do. Look, I can open up this contract right now. We can look at the delta. The delta basically means, for us simple folks, if you're a simple folk, hit the like button, right? This is basically a probability of assignment. It's not the technical definition. It's the definition that most option sellers like to look at it. So 0.15%. Or a 15% chance of assignment, right? 15% chance at close in 9 days. Nvidia will be at 170 and you're going to have to buy those 100 shares, right? Now, there's about an 85% chance that it doesn't hit 170 and your contract expires worthless. Look, glass half empty, half full. You got to, but what I'm trying to share with you, this is still BS. This is still BS, guys, right? Because no one knows what can happen in the span of a week. No one knows what's going to happen in the next hour. No one knows what's going to happen in the next minute. If we did, right, that person would be the richest person on the planet, right? So again, logic, expectations, let's bring them down. Why do people get burned with this strategy? Well, they go into sketchy companies, right? They go into companies that other people on YouTube are telling them to do. Listen, never do that. Please don't do that. You build your core watch list based on your own convictions, on your own beliefs, not because somebody on YouTube or a podcast told you about it, right? So look, let me show you some of the degeneracy that these people do, right? Let's go to MSTR, right? Listen, should we do that? Look, I might be completely wrong with this. And guess what? I have no problem with it because I'm doing my thing over here. I'm collecting the premiums and I'm moving on with my life. I don't care if somebody gets a 10 bagger or a 100 bagger. I don't do that, dude. I'm not smart enough for that. I don't have the time to research companies to that extent. I just don't. That's not my life. Okay. But with that said, look at this, right? This is a $386 company, right? So to do a put on this, right, you're gonna have to put your big boy pants on, right? Let's go out. Let's do 9 days here again. We'll do the same exact weekly here. Ooh, these are gonna be crazy. Look at these premiums. Look at the premiums that you're collecting. This $8.65, that's times 100. That's $865 of premium. Obviously, results value only at the time we're recording this. But the risk is drastic, right? If at least for me, this company is, God knows what can happen with this company in a week. Let's look at another one that a lot of people like to do. I know a few people did do this one in our community and were able to get out in time. Fantastic, right? Like if we look at CoreWeave here, right? Just look at this. This is terrifying. This scares the crap out of me, right? But again, we go look at the premiums, right? We look at these premiums and I call them the premium buyers. Like, Pete, what? I can lock up my money. I can lock up $12,000, right? I can lock up $12,000. What is going on here? This option's kind of, I've never seen, what is this? Has anybody seen this before? I've not seen this before. I don't really use Robinhood anymore. It's been a while, but I've not seen that. This option is not supported on Robinhood. I have no idea. That's interesting. But basically, look, so 9 days, I'm saying I'm going to get it at, let's say, like 115. $765 of premium. Holy mackerel. Like, even me, dude, look, when I look at this, I'm like, man, I'm missing out on them juicy gains for wrapping up 11,000, 6.6% return on your money, guys. Nothing is free. Listen to me. Nothing. I try to be entertaining. I hope you guys like it. If you don't, I don't care, because I need to make this fun for myself. But I'm going to take it a little bit seriously here. Nothing in this market is free. All these premiums, this insane ROI that you're getting in 9 days, you are taking on massive risk, right? Huge risk. So tread lightly and be careful. Something that I plan to do in my retirement years is do this on SPY. Because the biggest risk of doing what I just showed you, the cash secured put, is you get assigned your stock and you end up holding it. So Pete, if that's the biggest risk, how can we do our best to eliminate the biggest risk of holding a stock? Well, I hold an ETF that has always hit all-time highs. Now, obviously, past performance ain't indicative of future results. But if I'm going to put my money somewhere and SPY never recovers, guess what? We're going to have some bigger problems in this country than honestly investing, I think, right? SPY obviously has had downturns, right? Big ones, right, over the years, right? But for the most part, even if it takes a long time, we recover, okay? My plan is to do this during primarily, like literally, probably primarily 100% of my money to be doing it on SPY, because worst case, I'm holding SPY and then I can do my covered calls on it. Now, the covered call side is interesting, because then if we get assigned our shares, we can then sell them for a higher price than what we bought them for. And you guessed it, collect premium, whether it happens or not. If you want to learn more about this, I call this the Ark Options Strategy, which is an over-engineered version of the wheel strategy with tremendously leaky buckets. So if you're somebody that's already selling options, or you're somebody that wants to get into selling options, click the first link in the description of today's video. There's a 30-minute training down there that's going to guide you through what the Ark Options Strategy is, whether you're a beginner or you're somebody looking to scale. Click that first link in the description of today's video. Guys, remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.